Thumbs up if you guys can hear me okay. I was running some diets and things were getting crazy. So I'm just making sure you can all hear me. Howdy do. Who's all here? I got Deborah, I'm going to see you tomorrow in class. And Penny and Sarah, crazy early. That's okay. Early's okay. You guys can pregame before I get here. Who else is here? Oh, Fortune Cookies. Tarot, that's me. LOL, Lady of the Lake, Simon says. Good morning, M. Who else? Everybody's here. We all 7, 10. I can't figure out how many people we have here. So I am back. So it was horrible not having any internet for a week. So our whole house runs off our Alexa. I think I said this on one of the videos, and like I couldn't even put lights on. Like it was really crazy. I couldn't do any videos. I store all of my videos on the cloud, so storing them on my own hard drive. I'm just doing this off a laptop, so it's not like I have like some crazy system that's working for me here. It really does. Hi, Primchi. 11 o'clock. You're just popping on for a bit. That's okay, sweetie pie. So it was ridiculous not having any internet. Almost as ridiculous as this hair. Look at this crazy hair tonight. So there's a bunch of news going on. I'm here for you guys to get readings, but we're going to kick it off with some other stuff. So if you want a personal reading, you can pop it up in the comments, use your caps, use your loud voices. And I would appreciate any contributions because I was out for a week, so I wasn't making any contributions on any of my channels. It was really crazy. So yes. And I know I said this in one of the videos. If you guys, it doesn't matter if you do contributions through any of my Cash apps or through here. It just doesn't matter. It's if this is easier, it's totally fine. Some people are having a little bit of trouble finding me, like on Venmo and PayPal. So if this is easier, it's totally fine to do that. So let's start with the Federal Reserve. So, Primchi, I know you're in the UK, so this may not, I don't know if you were paying attention. So our Federal Reserve has decided to up the interest rates. So we're going to see that they have determined that interest rates will likely, I have all my notes here, we're likely going to finish out the year at 5%. But the people that are paying attention to it are saying that it's probably going to be 5.1%. So let's see. Was this the right move for the Federal Reserve here in the United States? Was this the right move? So intuitively, I am seeing a wave and a beach. Oh, and I'm sorry, I didn't put my card view up. Sorry, guys. Intuitively, I am seeing a wave and a beach. Hi, Cherie. Welcome to the fray. We're going to come up a little bit on this sucker. So what I am predicting intuitively, without even reading what's on the cards here, I am predicting that we are going to, what they're attempting to do is soften the impending disaster. So this is almost like a controlled burn. If we had a forest fire, this is a controlled burn. So if they just kind of let it ride, and again, this is not, I'm not a financial advisor, this is a tarot reading, looking at the economy for the United States, looking for a world economy in the grander scheme of things. So intuitively, I do think that they are trying to stem a impending disaster. This way, if they do this, they are going to be able to manage the little disasters that happen. If they did nothing, it looks like a much larger disaster would have happened. What we have here is nostalgia in reverse, or Six of Cups in reverse. So what they're trying to do is not going to work. They are trying to create a recovery situation similar to what they had to do in 2008. And I apologize, I'm moving my mic a little bit closer. So they're trying to do something a little bit more like 2000. They're not doing the same thing, but they're applying the same reasoning to what happened in 2008. And this is to regain control over the economy. What's going to hold us back are the things that have already been done. The deals that have already been cut are going to interfere with this proposed plan. It will retain some money, but overall, we're going to see some friction for the regular people. Homes are going to have a lot of trouble with it. Hey, Jay Marcus. Under the surface, there's going to be a lot of rumbling. People are not going to be happy about this. They're really going to fight it. And over the dominant energy here is that the Federal Reserve does know that they're going to have to break some eggs to make this omelet. So we will see. How is this going to affect bank issues? Are we going to see more bank issues? We're going to see sneaky snackers all over the place. Alicia's sneaky snacker showed up. We are going to see heads of banking. They're going to be squirreling away their money. They're going to be, moving their stuff out. Serendipity. I don't know if I said hello to you, honey. Hi. It's good to see you here. Stay calm and carry on is right. They're going to, these bank leaders, these leaders in the financial industry are going to be pulling their money out surreptitiously. They're going to be doing very similar to what happened in the prelude to the crash of and I don't know if we can say crash about SVB and Signature Bank, but we're going to see the same thing. Like they're going to be passing out bonuses. People are going to be taking care of themselves before anything else. Then we have our 10 of Wands here. It's going to prove too much and the bad blood will out. We're going to see this time, instead of the money getting, parceled out all over the place, we're going to be able to see it in real time. So I think they're going to be trying to catch it. So even though we have a sneaky snacker here, moving money is out, we're going to see it and they're going to put a stop to it. Is that going to be a good thing or a bad thing for the economy? It's going to be an okay thing for the economy. It's just going to create a lack of trust. Is it going to be a good thing or bad thing for regular people like us? No, it's probably going to be a much better thing for the government. I think we're going to see, more and more saving of various entities. So we'll come back to this is sort of scary. I know, Sharon. Sorry. I honestly, Sharon, I think this is, and for the rest of you, because I was reading on it earlier, I think this is the best move that they could make. I think if they did something else, it would have been far worse. So I think this is the best move they can make. It's kind of like they were handed like a ish sandwich and they're just trying to do the best thing with it. So, we'll keep reading on it. I'm going to read more and more. I'm getting a little bit riskier with my my readings here. Like I did one on 45. I did one on Fergie. I'm getting a little bit riskier. So I'll keep reading on the risky things. So Penny, my darling. So let's see what's going on with your case. Let's see what's going on right now. Thank you for your contribution, my darling. So at the moment, Penny, my dear, this tells us that maybe you necessarily shouldn't be digging your heels in quite so deep. The 10 of Wands shows this is going to be an exhausting endeavor, and that you are not necessarily put into a position of power. The dominant energy up here is that we're going to see a skewing of the truth. So we're not going to see the truth, so to speak. We're going to see a skewing of the truth. And you have to remember that with these types of cases, the data that they have in their system, they may use that to their benefit. And that's kind of what it feels like there's going to be like time stamps and all sorts of things like that they're going to bring to the fore and just say, well, this is how we feel about it, so we feel it's justified, and we should all just carry on with our business. The speeding forward is into crisis and clashes here. This is really clashing, and is the 5 of Swords, when it's upright, is the juice worth the squeeze? Was the fight worth it? And this here is like, oh, it's almost like you're going to be spinning your wheels. So I don't know if this is a fight you want to get into. Under the surface, this is like you're kind of exhausted and you just want to move on. Even if it does seem like a noble effort, it's almost like you should kind of move on from this. What's the best way you can conduct yourself in this? So the way to relieve the anxiety over the whole situation is to acknowledge the shady stuff that happened, acknowledge the individuals who were maybe not operating with the best intent or with the best moral fabric, moral intent. Acknowledge that, understand that you were in less of a position of control in that situation, but now you are in much more of a position of control, and that you can use this control and this knowledge, this information, to move forward in another endeavor in which you can let other people benefit from this. It almost feels like you're going into like a mentoring circumstance where you're going to be helping others avoid this kind of a situation. I don't know if you have an interest in starting a business like that or a consulting business, but this really feels like a consulting business, like you're going to be coaching others. So I don't know if you can, plug into one of the schools or one of the mentoring, organizations. This feels very, very positive. This is taking this really craptastic situation and turning it into a much more positive thing. Are you going to squeeze them for what's due to you? It doesn't look like it. It looks like it's going to be a lot of effort and not a lot of output. You can take all that energy that you would put into it and channel it into something that's going to be much better. And not only will you be able to make money from this, you'll be able to help people. There's going to be that beautiful energy that you're going to put out into the world. So I think that is a much better direction for you to go in. I would give it a bit, let the case kind of mull around a little bit and see if it's like really tapping your energy. And then a few hours a day, see if there's a better direction for that energy. I think it makes sense. I think that kind of makes sense for you. So I hope that helps. Again, thank you for your contribution. And let's see who else popped into the comments. We got Sally. Of course, Jay Marcus. So we got Simon Says. Tell me how to reduce stress for fur babies. You want to make things better, I'm assuming, not beer. So, all right, let's see. We're going to switch up. We'll switch over to Curious Creatures since we're talking about creatures. I need a new deck, guys. I know that sounds terrible, but I'm itching for a new deck. 28 people. Howdy do. Howdy do. Sorry, let's see what we can do to reduce stress. Simon says, how many fur babies do you have? Or is it just the one? Fur baby, just one. Okay. Hey, let me zero in on this fur baby. So there's a great deal of information about speed here. And I don't mean like speed. I mean like the energy level in the house, like the speed of the energy in the house. So we can one of the exercises that I do with my students, and I learned it in a Psi class, is an ambiance exercise where like you walk into a different room, like when you walk through threshold and you feel how that energy changes. Rooms can confine the energy, depending on how big the threshold is. And you can actually feel the difference when you walk into a room. It's it works great when individuals are at college, because they can go into different classrooms, or in high school, or regular school, you can go into different classrooms and the teachers are all going to have a different vibe. They're going to have a different feeling in the classroom. So the energy level in your house seems to be a bit high for your fur baby in terms of the seizure activity. Now, that can be one of two things. That can be generated by the actions that are happening in the house, or it can be generated from your fur baby having that anxiety. When we have people or creatures in our house that have a high anxiety level, when they kind of throw that out into the mix. So we need to lower the noise and the temperature of the energy in your house. How do we do that? Slow down the work efforts that you do, even when you're cleaning. All right. I do. There was Scott Cunningham wrote a book, The Magical Household. It's such a great book. I think it's not out of print, but it's through the Llewellyn book, Llewellyn Publishing Company. And there's really cool stuff about how to, do magical things in your house. In my house, I have a lot of weird superstitions. Don't leave your cabinets open because people talk about you. No hats on the bed, no shoes on the table, all that stuff. So when you are cleaning your house, and I know this is, if you're cleaning to the right, we're kind of speeding things up. So if you're cleaning with your left hand and you're scrubbing to the right, you're winding up the clock. Wind the clock back when you're cleaning things. Start to go backwards when you clean things. It's going to be very awkward. You can do it with both hands. You can clean backward with this hand, backward with this hand. When you're mopping, make sure you're going with the boards or with the tiles. And if you have to do the circles, you're going to go in reverse order too. Try like stirring everything. Like if you're mixing something, you can stir backwards. Certainly, if you're mixing up food for your fur baby, stir it backward. And I want you to imagine everything just bathed in like a nice blue light. Like everything is blue. Blue is calm. Blue is peaceful. It's still airy, but it's much calmer. So I want you to start to be conscious of how you conduct yourself like that. Now, there is some discussion here of having, limited interruptions in the house, having limited people there with this 9 of Wands. So I don't know if like the delivery guy, the mailman, I used to tell my clients when I was training dogs, like the mailman's the most frustrating thing for a guard type dog, because every day that guy or gal comes to the house walks right up to it, taunts your dog, and your dog is barking and telling him to get out of here. And that stupid guy keeps coming back every day. It's a very frustrating endeavor for dogs that are higher caliber that like to do guard work. So there's something here with having individuals coming up to the house, whether they're delivery people or maybe neighbors or something, that's very disruptive. That's a level of noise that your fur baby finds a little bit troubling. Is like all this input, energy input from when other critters come up. So I don't know. It feels like it's a human thing. So I would just kind of, see if you could minimize that or see if you could like cover up something. Those noise disruptors, you can get an inexpensive one. Dogs sometimes hear over it. I don't know if cats do, but like just a white noise machine, something like that. You turn that on, and sometimes that can distract them from the other input that's going around. So, there's something anxious about the house too. This little critter is just not quite settled in the house. I would say create a seizure spot if you haven't already. I had one when my epilepsy was very active. You have like just kind of like a little comfort area where you can go, and you can actually train your pet to kind of go there, and you can use some lavender oil or lavender sachets in that area just to kind of keep them calm and just toned down. Very, very happy in the home when it feels right, but there's some, I don't know what kind of breed. I'm pretty sure it's a dog, but I'm not sure what breed this dog is. But there's something about needing to do their job, needing to be alert, and having to do their job, and that's something that is if it's a breed thing, it's going to be very difficult. Nothing is harder than teaching like an old English sheepdog not to herd, or telling a Rottweiler not to bark when someone comes up to the house, because it's been bred into those animals for hundreds and hundreds of years. So when you're fighting breeding, when you're fighting genetics, it sometimes can get a little bit dicey. Training can soften those instincts and can help out, but not necessarily obliterate them. So there's something about that. So I would just be, a bit cognizant of the energy level in the house and just try and kind of keep it peacey a little bit more. So I hope that helps, honey. I know epilepsy is not fun. Seizures are not fun. You feel like absolute ish when you come out of them. So, yeah, the rain set him off this morning. Oh, that's too bad. That's something we have no control over. So I hope that helps, honey. I hope that helps. So, Thundershirt. Yeah. Thundershirts are great. But one of the things when you have seizures, if you have auras, which we don't know if this is a dog, if he has an aura, you kind of sense it. And like one of the things, like I would hear helicopter rotors before I would have my seizures. So if I ever heard anything that was like that, I'd be like, kind of freaked out. Am I hearing helicopter roller? So it just oh, he never had them before you moved. Okay. Oh, puppy mill. Oh man. So yeah. I really like the Thunder shirt. So that's okay. Hey, the economy is bad. What's disrupting? I got you, Em. I got you, baby. What is disrupting your sleep? Let me just sloppy shuffle that all over the place. And let's see. I'm using these gold cards. I have the fireplace on down here, and it's like 75 degrees out. It's 46 out. Let me turn this down. Hang on. I feel like it's 8,000 degrees down here. Huh? So, all right, what is interrupting your sleep? So what's the monster in the room, Em? That's what I'm going to ask you because that's what I'm getting. The monster in the room. Yeah, this is stress. This is stress, but you know what's going on here. Your emotions are out of sort. Got one of these. Oh, honey bunny, what are you upset about? So, okay. So this is, yeah, your emotions are out of sort here. What's happening is we're unbalanced. You feel bound up by the uncontrollable emotions here. And you feel like you're rudderless, like you're not able to kind of move forward. So if this is a broken heart situation, if this is not not being reciprocated, not having a relationship reciprocated, or not getting back the investment that you have toward a situation or a relationship. This is the lesson. The lesson is sometimes we don't get what we want. Sometimes, excuse me. Sometimes the universe kicks us in the teeth so that it can pat us on the back a little bit later and give us something better. This is whatever this situation is that's not working out, that it's keeping you up at night. You have to understand that this may not have been the situation that was going to protect you and keep you and cherish you. This may be something that you don't like now, but it may be something that is going to be much more beneficial to you, not getting embroiled in later. So that is the long and short of it. So what do we say in this kind of a situation? How do we get you to sleep? When you go to sleep, and this is, I'm like the worst meditator ever. Like I do my best meditating at the sink doing dishes. When I am meditating and trying to clear my mind, what I will do is I see just, like an open space of space, stars, all that, no planets, nothing like that. And if anything comes into my mind, I see this giant straw broom, just kind of brush it out of the way. It doesn't work the first time. You have to keep doing it. So keep sweeping what's bothering you. The stress of what's bothering you is something that is not working out the way you want it to, something that is not producing the results that you want. And you're trying to force it. Don't try and force this. It's something that the universe is steering you away from. And the thing about situations like this is that even when the universe is steering us away from things, sometimes it'll let us get there. Like sometimes, like if you want something bad enough, you can kind of force it, and you can get in there and give it a shot anyway. And the universe is like, all right, you're on your own. It's gonna be terrible. So, if something is not going your way, let it go. Let it go. It's not worth risking your health. And this doesn't seem like a situation that would be optimal for you anyway. So let's see who else is here. Oh, Jay. Yeah, my grandmother. My second cousin, if you put a hat on the bed, holy moly. Yes, new shoes on the table. Not like old shoes, but new shoes. Like when you come home from the store and you put the bag on the table. Yeah, don't do that. Like that is bad luck. Hey, Vaughn. Okay. Okay. Hang on. We'll use this deck. Let me just put a little selenite on it. Little magic, little magic. So March 24th. Let's see. Let's start with Harry. If Harry is going to lose his titles. Let's see if he's going to lose his title. All I can think of is David Bowie in Labyrinth. I will make you a prince, prince of the bog of stench. All right, is Harry going to lose his titles on the 24th? Is he going to lose his titles on the 24th? Oh, you seeing this, Yvonne? Oh, I'm getting chills. I got chills. They're multiplying. Oh. So this does not look good for them. So, Eight of Pentacles. This is hard at work to put a hard stop. Revelations of cataclysm. So, you know, the Tower is a very interesting card when it's next to the Sun like this, because this can be a burst of creativity, a burst of new things, a burst of moving forward. But in this respect, it really seems like this is... Now, this feels like there's some consolation prize here. So I think maybe he'll remain like the Earl of Dumbarton or whatever his Dumbarton title is. Like that would be, it'd be pretty rude because they didn't like that title anyway. But there's a consolation prize here. I do think that they're going to be knocked down a peg, and I don't know if it's actually removal of the titles or petition to remove the title, or if it's, you know, we're not going to pay for this security. We're not going to do this. It's almost like I don't want to say this is death by 1,000 cuts, but it's like he's standing there and they cut one leg off. So you still got one leg. You've got one leg, so you can stand there all on your own. But it's not... This is a devastating blow. This is a devastating blow to them. Let's... Little pendulum work here. Will Harry lose his Duke of Sussex title? You're saying it, guys. It's a yes. That's a yes. Will he remain the Prince of Wales? Or not Prince of Wales. Will he remain a prince of the realm? Yes. Yes. So, will Meghan become Prince Henry? Princess Henry. Will Meghan become Princess Henry? Yes. So she'll turn into Princess Henry, and he will still be Prince Harry, but he won't be the Duke of Sussex. So what point is this? What point is this? What is the point of taking away the Sussex title? I think this deck smells weird. It does. It smells weird. It's a cool looking deck, but it smells weird. This is neat. Okay. So this is to goad them into saying negative things. This is to goad them. They're pushing some buttons here to make them make a choice of whether they are going to bend the knee. I did say bend the knee. Or if they are going to continue to be complete arseholes. I said arseholes. So this is a test for them. King up on this? King put him up. Oh, yes, he did. The king is right in the middle of this. King Charles the Third. So let's pick this up and see how they're going to react. How will the Montecitos, I guess, what are we calling them now? The Montecitos? The Montecitos, the king of Taco Bell, the king of In-N-Out Burger. How will Meghan and Harry react? How will they react? She's going to have to get all new stationery that says Princess Henry. The Crown has decreed that heretofore Meghan Markle will be referred to as Princess Henrietta Hippo. Who knows who Henrietta Hippo is? So this is how the Montecitos are going to react. Oh boy. This is like the worst possible cards. So they are going to be broke. They are going to be exhausted. They are going to be emotional and not under control. They are going to be rendered impotent. And they are going to have to go back to the drawing board for their own success, the things they're going to be successful with. Under the surface, they are going to be shocked and appalled by this. Why are they going to be shocked and appalled by this? Because they have nowhere to go, and this is the end of them. And their sneakiness is going to be outed. We've got 8 of Cups, the World, and 7 of Swords in reverse down here, guys. I know you can't see it because the comment, I have the comment up. Let me pull that down. Yvonne, I'm just going to pull your comment down. So, are they going to be broke? Baroque? That book is going to be coming out. Oh, wicked healing. Wicked healing. The next volume of the book is going to come out. And it is going to be the gloves are off. The gloves are off. That's what's going to happen. We've got trolls in the dungeon on Facebook. Sorry, guys. So, yeah. If this happens, if he's divested, I don't know if that's the correct term, but if he's divested of his Duke of Sussex title, and then he's just kind of like a meh, once upon a time a prince, he's going to be ruthless in his response. It's going to be really, really intense. The next book will be bad, I'm sure. You know what? I keep getting that there's going to be some kind of sex component to the abuse allegations. I just feel like that's like the next thing. And that I think is going to be the end of this story. I think people are just going to be like, you know, we can't believe anything else that they say. So let's see what happens. Oh, and we did have the dominant energy was the Hermit card, which means they're going to be on their own. They're not going to have anything to do with the Windsor Mountbattens. So they're going to be dun, 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 dun. Simon says, you are very welcome, my love. You are very welcome. So I missed you guys. Ooh, the tree. Is it a tree house? Will my home ever have peace? Let's see what we got here. And the tree, if you'd like, you can make a contribution. I highly encourage contributions. I had no internet for a week, so I need to catch up on them. So will your home ever have peace? Oh, and Deborah, I missed you. Sorry. I'll get back to you, honey. Will your home ever have peace? So there is a difficult leader who is creating an excess of emotions. So the difficult leader or dominant figure in the house Unfortunately, that's the individual who needs to change their behavior. And it doesn't feel like that individual really wants to change their behavior. They're almost like going around like sticking their finger in wounds all over the place. You know, the transition to peace is stopped here. Let's see what the karmic thing is that's going on here. So the karmic thing is that the other person in this equation, or one of the people in this equation, the karmic lesson is to know when to move on and to get creative about when to move on and move out of a situation. This is not beating a dead horse lesson for karma. You know, sometimes we can work really, really hard to help someone in life and get along and, you know, try and raise them up and bring them to a different level. And sometimes that is just a big fat waste of time. And this is an individual that needs to be enlightened on their own and not dragged. You can't drag someone along with you, and you can't save yourself when you're dragging someone, essentially. So that's kind of it. And the karmic lesson is, you know, having that sense of when to cut bait, so to speak. So if you've ever gone fishing. So I'm sorry that you're going through that. What's the best way for you to conduct yourself in the meantime? Best way for you to conduct yourself in the meantime. So this is such an odd response to this. Is, you know, really just keep your head down. Keep your head down. Slow and low is the tempo, not to quote the Beastie Boys. No, slow and low is really what you need to do. You just need to get through the next hour, get through the next day, get through the next morning, get through the next breakfast. And remember the times that were good. That is going to be your touchstone, is like remembering into the past. You know, there's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. Unfortunately, it's not going to be a straight line with this particular combination of individuals. So I'm sorry, that's not better news, but slow and low. I want you to remember slow and low. Okay. And I don't know if I've seen you here before, so I hope you like, share, and subscribe. I hope we see you back here. And maybe next time we'll get a little bit of a better reading for you, okay? So, Deborah, my dear, how is your life path going? I'm going to switch up decks again and put my selenite on there. Did I tell you guys I have tennis elbow? It's like when I reach, I'm like, ah! I've got crazy tennis elbow. My girlfriend Janice took a look at it and she was like, girl, you got tennis elbow. So I have one of those bands that goes on here, but I can't wear it all day long. I feel ridiculous. I'm like, look at me with my wonky elbow. Seven of Pentacles. Nice. Eight of Swords in reverse. Excellent. Five of Cups in reverse. The Devil in reverse. All this releasing stuff. Four of Swords in reverse. Oh, this is good stuff, girl. The Sun. Nice, nice, nice. And Two of Wands. All right. So what we've got here, Deborah, is we have a lot of cards that are releasing. So the eight of Swords, the Five of Cups in reverse, the Devil in reverse, and the Four of Swords in reverse. These are all release cards. These are all releasing something, releasing a level, and moving on to another level, which is super, super cool. So those of you, Deborah is taking my tarot class right now, and she's doing amazing. We have a lot of fun. I'm going to do another section of it, but the way I do it is I charge per class. So if you just have like a suit you need to bone up on, or reversals, or the court cards, like you can just drop into my classes. It's really fun. It's like low commitment kind of thing. But we have a good time, and we're pretty far in. We're doing Pentacles tomorrow night. So I'll do a quick video on it later, just so, and with the link, so people can sign up if they want. But so we're releasing from all of this stuff. This Seven of Pentacles tells me that you are leveling up in your readings. You are leveling up in everything that you need to do for this next endeavor. So I think this is really cool. The Two of Wands underneath the surface is you're figuring out the direction you want to go. So, you know, do you want to be a tarot card reader? Are you going to have a YouTube channel soon? Because if you do, we'll blow it up. We'll blow it up and get you all kinds of subscribers. Plenty of room on YouTube for everybody. So, you know, this Two of Wands, you are trying to figure out which way you're going to go. And I love this particular Two of Wands, because if you look, Kitty has two wands, and one has a lock and one has a key. So these two choices are going to work together. It's almost a fusion of, you know, like work-life balance. Like you're going to fuse those two things together. I think that this is terrific. Up top is the sun. This is epiphany, baby. This is kind of knowing where you're going. This is really feeling the feels of where your path is. This is the path lighting up and opening up. All the flowers are parting. Emerald City's in the distance. The snow is gone. We're out of the woods. We're out of the dark. We're out of the night. I love that part. So that's really what's going on. So we'll talk more tomorrow. I'll log into I'll see if I can log in a little bit early tomorrow, and we'll have a chat about it. I'll text you before I open up the Zoom room, and we'll see how you're doing. So, but this looks great, Deborah. This looks really terrific. This looks like, you know, your life path has taken a turn for the correct direction. So that I think is all good news. Super, super positive cards. And that's like one of the things, like, you know, when we get all those cards, like the Five of Swords or the Eight of Swords in reverse, it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, that it's a positive thing. In this particular reading, it did. In this particular reading, it's all about the release. Instead of being held in and fighting and, you know, swimming against the stream, this is about kind of going with the flow and letting the universe kind of let it take in its tide with you. So Yvonne was mentioned today. If Charles does not do it, then Parliament will. That was what was said today. Okay, I didn't even see that. I've been working all day. So goody gumdrops. She cannot call herself Princess Meghan, but she can call herself Princess Henry, if I'm correct. I think she can. So all right, we can go back to these two bozos. So are they going to lose these titles? Are they going to lose it before the coronation? We'll do a little bit of what if either. They're going to lose their titles before the coronation. I'm going to pull one card. Boom. Page of Cups. That is new beginnings and emotion. I need some more. The Star. The Tower. It's going to be unexpected when it comes. They're not going to expect it. They're going to be really unhappy. This is like wildly unhappy. So will they lose titles? Oh, hang on. Let me get into position here. Will Meghan and Harry lose their titles before the coronation? I say yes. I say yes, ma'am. All right. So wait. So let's do this. Let's do this. Hang on. Hang on, baby birds. I got you. I got you, baby birds. I'll feed you. So I know it's like a little Schadenfreude. My smile here. If they lose the titles before the coronation, will it be an excuse to not attend? I think if they lose their titles before the coronation, they're not going to attend. That's just really the long and short of it. So I read something very interesting about the Hanged Man this week. The Hanged Man is like the recovering asshole. Like, I can't even put it another way. So the Hangman is recovering from folly. This is just one of the books that I constantly read tarot books. I have nothing better to do. This is the folly of the individual, and they look back and kind of see how that affected others around them. Recovering asshole, if you will. That's an interesting card to get in this, because I think we all agree that they were kind of jerkish about the whole thing. If they're recovering from this, is it wound licking? Is it more they are, looking for more sympathy? So let's see. Is it wound licking? It's going to be, feel sorry for me. I'm a mother. He's going to be incandescent with rage. He is going to feel so hard done by this that I don't think he is going to come. Is he going to come? Will he come? Chariot is a no. The Lovers is a yes. He will stay with her. The Hierophant, he's going to say F his family. He doesn't want to have anything to do with them. The Death card is, I am going. This isn't the last that they've heard of me. Oh, so I guess he's going to tell us how he really feels. He'll snooze on it for a little bit. Will they formulate an excuse for not going to I almost said not going to the Pan D word, not going to the coronation? They're going to say that they're too busy. They can't go without the children. It's going to be some kind of a really obvious declination of invitation. We sincerely give our regrets. She'll probably handwrite a regret letter. So let me see. Look at this. Seriously, troll in the dungeon. So, thank you, Tree. Thank you, Tree. Oh, Yvonne, thank you, my darling. Let me get you a fresh deck so we don't get all that crazy Harry and Meghan vibe on it. What is April going to give me? Anything exciting? Every time I read for you, Yvonne, it's something exciting. Oh, by the way, happy Mother's Day, Yvonne. You guys just had Mother's Day there, didn't you? You too, Primchi. Happy Mother's Day. So first week, head, heart, and future. So first week of April, your head, you're going to be kind of, the pressure is going to be off. There's going to be a little bit of stress relief, but the stress is moving on over into your heart zone. Okay. So whoever has your heart is going to give you a little bit of a hard time. It's going to be a little bit annoying. But for the future, you know what? You just kind of blow it off. That's the remedy to this. You just kind of look to the future. So next week, second week. Oh, second week's going to be big money. Do you have a lot of reservations? Head is going to feel very full, lots of reservations, things are good, but it's going well. This is like the 10 of Pentacles is coordination in the extreme. It's like everything's just kind of moving forward, everything's comfortable, but it's still like busy. It's like Thanksgiving when well, I know you're Scottish. Like it's like Christmas dinner. Like everything's on the table at the right time. The pie's coming out, nothing's burned, everybody's there, nobody forgot their gifts, nobody's getting the lampshade award and getting too drunk. It's just everything's kind of going as it should, and that's a good thing. Your heart's still a little off center, little to the left. Just not everybody's on the same page. The remedy for this is keep busy, keep doing what you're doing, go have fun, go to the pub, come up for air every now and then. Fourth week, head, you're gonna feel a little snappy with people, and it's because you're just like kind of tapped out. That third week, you're going to be a little bit exhausted, probably from all those reservations that you have. But take a breath. There are events where we expect people to nurture us, and it's funny because I was looking at my birth chart. I had my Vedic astrology done by Thor Sandalwood last week, and it was awesome. But I was looking at my my regular astrology, and one of the things is that I have an inherent need for people to kind of nurture me and take care of me. And I'm not in that kind of situation where like I am a caretaker, like my head kind of takes over. But my spirit actually needs people to take care of me. And that's what's going on here. Like you really need to have somebody rub your back. Outsource this. Go get a massage, go get a pedicure, go have cupping done or acupuncture or whatever you're into. Go ahead, scalp massage. Go get a blowout and let them scrub your head for a little while. You're going to need a little bit of nurture for yourself. So, love the one you're with, love the one you're in. You got to go and sometimes be your own date. The remedy to this is just watch your tongue. Watch how you snap at people. Just you can't change everybody, so that final week of April, you still got to watch your tongue. You're gonna want to mouth off at somebody. You're gonna want to tell somebody how it is. And that's okay, but what we have to expect is that sometimes when that happens, we get things spinning and we get a little bit of drama on our plate. Equalize that, know what's going to happen, and that's why you're getting this reading right now. So know what's going to happen if you do tell somebody what time it is. So and to be sure, whoever this is deserves to be told what time it is, but sometimes we got to let decorum take over, not for their sake, for future Yvonne's sake. So I think April is going to be a good month. I think April is going to be a month that you should pay attention to yourself. You're the investment this month, so pay attention to the things that you need, and I think you'll get along just fine. And if somebody gives you a hard time, write it down and think about it before it comes out your mall. Okay. So thanks so much, Yvonne. You are a peach. I always love seeing you here. So Tree. Oh, I described it. I'm sorry, honey. Thank you, honey. So I hope you come back. I come back here. We'll keep tuning you up. We'll keep doing some readings. So and Simon says you just watch it anti-clockwise, right? I know, like that's the anti-clockwise slows things down. It definitely helps about that. Debbie, if you start a YouTube channel, I will absolutely help you. I'm sure Alicia will too. So yes. Yes, yes, yes. So okay, bye, Cherie. So and the tree. I have to be creative because I'm so with no income. Yeah, stay at home mom. I've been there. I've been there. Tree, you can email me at fortunecookiestarot@gmail.com. I've been in your spot. I can give you a little support on that. Be my pleasure. Be pen pals. Fortunecookies@gmail.com. Is that what I said? I did say that, didn't I? Sally, I feel the same way. I'm like, please stop. So let's talk about the word chaos. This word chaos that Megan keeps throwing out into the universe. Apparently, she keeps dropping these stories where, like, oh, if this happens, it's going to be chaos. It's going to be chaos. Like that's a heavy word. So, when I was an undergrad, I took a course in propaganda and persuasion, which was awesome. And I had to deal with a lot of propaganda and persuasion because I was a history minor, English major, and I dealt with pre and post revolutionary writing, in Russian writing. So there's a lot of propaganda and persuasion there. So, the word chaos is a really heavy duty word. Like that is a heavy duty word. So let's see. Is she throwing that chaos word out there? Is she throwing that chaos word out there? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's her. She's the chaos with sneaky snacker. We all know it. You know what's terrible? Like when I first started doing dueling tarot with Alicia, and I would, when I would do my readings on my own, I would say sneaky snacker, and Gregopedia said to me, he's like, you can't take that, it's her word. And I'm like, I know it's her word, and we all know it's her word, but it's such a good one. So this chaos word, yes, she is throwing that out into the universe, and it's a scare thing. She's trying to scare them. This is war. This is war. She's trying to make fetch happen. This is our Three of Pentacles up here. I know it's a little bit high up, guys. But she's trying to make fetch happen. Everybody knows that she's doing this. It's really the best part is that with this whole use of the chaos word, I see Catherine standing taller and taller, and she's almost like a statue made out of marble. It's really quite remarkable how much energetic strength she's getting. It's almost like she's eating the negativity and turning it into her superpower. Really, really amazing. So let's, while we're doing this, while we're on the Royals, while we're on the Royals, let's just see. Has Charles completely cut them out at this point? Has he completely cut them out? Sloppy shuffle. Sloppy shuffle again. Give me a little sloppy shuffle thing here. All right, we'll do this. Ready? Shuffle for you. Hey, TD. Tarot Destiny. Rainbow Rose. There you are, sweetie. Oh, Charles, get out of this restaurant. Oh, for Pete's sake. He has no idea. You know what? I'm really starting to think that he just has been so sheltered by the world and by his accident of birth that he has no idea how terrible people can be. I just think that that's the case. He's still sleeping on this. He's still not 100% on, like, well, I still want it to work. He just wants this to be a celebration. He's not going to foster the ridiculousness, but he wants them there. He's not going to welcome them to his bosom, but he still wants them there and cannot wrap his head around the fact that it's over, very foolish, very childlike kind of thinking. Well, I can't understand. It's just the coronation, my coronation. It's going to be wonderful if they're there. And, this is delusion. When we get this moon card, the moon card can be intuition. It can be sensing danger, sensing things that are out there. The duality between being domesticated and being wild. We have the domesticated dog and the wild dog here, and the intuition coming out of the water with this crawfish. Reality for this reading, for what's going on with Charles, is that this is delusion. Lunacy can be represented by the moon card, the Luna. This is him being delusional and not being rational. He is using his emotional mind and not his rational mind. He's not thinking about the whole picture. He is thinking, it's almost and what I'm getting intuitively is like thinking segmentedly. So the segments of what he's thinking about is, oh, we could just have this party and it's going to be wonderful and everyone will get along. Is that Gregopedia? Hi, Gregopedia.
What?
So what?
What?
Segmented thinking is King Charles. What do you think?
What did you say?
King Charles has segmented thinking, like an insect.
The spaniel?
He's what?
The spaniel?
Espanol?
No, the spaniel.
The span? No, King Charles, not the spaniel.
Oh.
No, not the spaniel. Not a dog. It's not a dog. He's a king.
King.
Sovereign.
King
Sovereign.
Rex.
Greg said Rex. That was funny. That was well done, my love. Well done. Oh, those of you, by the way, there is no problem in the house of fortune cookies, but I got a horrible rash from my wedding band. Gregopedia thinks that I'm allergic to marriage, and I had to take it off, and I haven't had my wedding band on for 2 days. I have a little scar there.
She doesn't love me.
I do love you. I just didn't love itching under my ring. So my ring is off. I'm like Dr. Seuss. My foot is off. My shoe is off. My foot is cold. My ring is off, and I feel weird about it. I went to the office yesterday, and I didn't have my ring on all day, and I was like, "Oh, everyone's going to think I have marital issues." I don't have marital issues. I have tarot issues. I don't have enough time in the day to do tarot as much as I would like to. So with this moon card, we get lunacy, we get emotional thinking, and lunacy, emotional thinking, not rational thinking. So that's what we're getting here. So I just read an article that Catherine is like the glue that's holding this family together. So Rainbow Rose gets ring itchies too. Yeah, I use a lot of hand lotion because my skin's very dry and it gets stuck under the ring and then creates issues. So I should probably take it off at night. Serendipity, you don't wear your ring. Gregopedia has never worn his wedding ring.
Never. I went to occasions.
You wore it on vacation?
A special occasion.
He wears it on special occasions. Special occasions. Did that have anything to do with you getting the wrong size after I told you that the first one was the right size?
Part of it.
So when we got
too tight, I felt shackled.
When we first got married, Greg got a tungsten ring, and he said, "I don't like it. I can't spin it. I can't spin it easily." And I said, "Greg, you can't get that size. That's the right size for you. You're supposed to wear it that size." And he secretly went back to the store and got a different one that was bigger. So that one just falls off his hand. So when we go special, the only time he can wear it is when he can hold his hand under his the whole time. So, so let's see. How's Catherine doing with all this? Like, let's do like just kind of a temperature check on her, because I am getting like massive vibes from her. Like everything is awesome, just like in the Lego movie. Everything is awesome. Everything is cool when you're part of a team. She has found her tongue. Oh my. Oh my. Oh, that's interesting. So we got the Four of Wands in reverse. So the King of Swords, Queen of Swords. The King of Swords is the master of his intellect, the master of his speaking, master of his messaging. The Queen of Swords is the one who crafts that message, who does the good thinking, does all of the idea building, that kind of thing. And the plans the execution. Plans the execution. Did I say that? So, what's that?
Off with his head.
Honestly, off with his head, right? So this shows me a very, very empowered woman who has no problem telling somebody what time it is. Yvonne, I said that for you before. Catherine has no problem telling someone what time it is. Now, I think she was polite to a fault previously. I think she was extremely polite. And I think there is some regret for that. And I think she also let William do the talking for her. I think because it was her brother, or because it was her brother-in-law and William's brother, I think she allowed William to kind of take the lead on that and kind of, direct information. Yeah, not anymore. She's not going to do that anymore. She's going to step right up, and she's got the top hat, and she's the ringmaster. There's something that happened with her and Queen Elizabeth. There was something in the weeks prior to Queen Elizabeth, or I should say probably in the last year, before Queen Elizabeth passed. She had transmitted a lot of power to Catherine. She really instructed her in the wake of all of the chaos with these two. Elizabeth really, really directed her and tutored her incredibly finely. She is going to be one hell of a queen when she gets there. I'm just going to say that she's going to be a hell of a queen. People are going to love her. She's going to make a lot of decisions. She's going to run things like a tight ship. Now, I think that ship is going to be much smaller. I think it's going to be more like a day cruiser. It's not going to be like a motor yacht, intercontinental motor yacht.
Killer? A queen killer?
A queen killer, yes. Killer. Queen killer. Yes. So, this unhappy home is interesting. Oh, there we go. That's what's going on there. We got the devil cutting out the devil. She knows where this unhappy home is coming from. I just got to cover up my naked people here so no one gets offended. She knows where all the trouble is. I think she's the one who gets to do it. I think she's the one who gets to lop the head off the serpent. But I don't think this is going to happen publicly. I think she, if they are, intuitively, I do see a meeting where Catherine walks in and cuts her down to size, and then has her removed from the room, or exits and just leaves the room. She turns her back on her and says, "That's it. This could have all been yours. You could have been a part of this, and you chose violence." So Yeah, I think that that is very, very curious that she is the one who it's like the scene in Legend where Darkness hands Lily the sword. If you haven't seen the movie Legend, watch it. It's amazing. Tom Cruise is in it, but so is Mia Sara. More importantly, Tim Curry is in it. And it's a fantasy movie, but it's a very good movie. Make sure that you do not watch the theatrical, the director's cut, because they remove most of the music from Tangerine Dream. The soundtrack is written by Tangerine Dream, and it's quite good. But this reminds me of the scene where Darkness gives Lily the sword, and she, I can't tell you if you haven't seen the movie, but she cuts through some chains, let's put it that way. But that's kind of what she does here to preserve the family, to get back to the sanctity of the family. I think that is very exciting. Unfortunately, we're not going to see it unless The Crown covers it. So maybe we should keep our Netflix accounts. So, oh, Sally, you've seen Legend like 10 times. I know. I love that movie. And then I bought it and I was like, it said director's cut and I was so excited and I got it. And there was no John Anderson singing to me. I was like, wait, what's happening? John Anderson's supposed to be singing. No Tangerine Dream. It was like a whole different soundtrack. It was like a crazy version of the movie. So, I do see Facebook user, hello from the Ukraine. Yeah, Ukraine. UK. May I please have a reading? You are up way too late. But yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look. First timer. And you're single. So let's see. Oh, well, single's working for you. Because you're the captain of your own ship here.
So is Anna. She's not wearing a wedding ring.
What's that?
So is Anna. She's not wearing a wedding ring.
I am not single, not wearing a wedding ring. So the situation right now, it is not the right time for you to be partnered up. You're supposed to be single right now because you are building the foundation and gathering your wealth. And it's a soggy UK. Is it rainy there? I didn't know it was rainy there right now. So you're right now you're gathering strength. So at the moment, you don't have a super firm foundation financially. This is your opportunity to gain some foundation financially before you launch into a partnership with somebody. You're still going to be a singleton here, but enjoy it. This is like a good time for you. This isn't, the complications of adding more people into this are going to interfere with this wealth building, this foundation creation that you're doing. So, I would kind of stick with it, lest you wind up with some crazy person like your Prince of the Realm. Like that Meghan Markle. So I would stick with this for a little while. Do we have somebody coming up in the future? Oh, there he is. There he is. So the next one, I'm going to tell you this. Oh, you left a career and you're finding a new path. Excellent. That's what's going on here. So the next one that you find is going to be more of an upfront in charge. He's driving the bus kind of guy. He's the guy who's driving his own bus. And I just had two of my old clients post on my Facebook that I correctly identified men that drifted into their lives. So let's see if we can get one on him. And I know it sounds weird, but there's something about a bus. I don't know if you have to take a bus to work, but there's something about a bus. There's definitely something about public transport, some kind of bus that this guy is involved in. Either he'll be on it or he'll be driving it or he has something to do with it. But there's definitely something about that. It's very heavy. I can actually smell the engine. I can smell the petrol. he is someone who is going to be in a similar situation in terms of asset and foundation building. So it's almost going to be like both of you are going to be on the same trajectory. You're going to be at the same speed, kind of traveling down the same road. So
They're in the same vehicle on the bus.
they're not in the bus together. She's on her own bus. She's doing her own thing. But I do think that this is like a forever your girl kind of guy. So I want you to keep an eye out for him. I'm not getting a real clear picture of what he looks like. There's something powder blue, like a shirt or jacket or something. There's something powder blue on him. And like he's like a white t-shirt kind of guy. He's just like not super fussy. This isn't a suit and tie guy. He's not, Savile Row or anything like that. He's just, really like a low key, not poorly dressed. I don't want you to think he's poorly dressed, but just casual, not super fussy. I think he's got a really chiseled jawline. I'm having a hard time seeing his face. He's like going from chubby to skinny, chubby to skinny. So I like maybe he goes back and forth in his weight. I don't know. But he's got like kind of a chiseled jawline. I think he's a little scruff wearer. I think he's got like a little bit of scruff. So like kind of it's like a beard thing, but like it's kind of scruffy. This is going to be very interesting because like I potentially see this as, having children, not necessarily getting married, but I do see some progeny from this. I see there's a page here. So, interesting little page. So let's see what this page is all about. Page is going to bring a lot of excitement and help you settle down. So unfortunately, pages do this when you're trying to build wealth. Pages suck it right out of your wallet. I have 2 pages upstairs that are sucking money out of my wallet. But that's the reality is like, you can't really plan for, you can't say, oh, well, I'm going to save up until I'm, have enough of a nest egg to have kids. Like that'll never happen. Like it just, you have to kind of jump in when you jump in. I do think he's going to be a surprise. So surprise, I'm telling you now, I think he's going to be a little surprise. I'm getting boy energy, boy. But I think this is going to be very interesting. This guy is he's a good guy. He's a worker. He's well balanced. Maybe a Sagittarius. I'm getting Sagittarius vibes. So perhaps a Sagittarius. So but the bus thing, so I don't know if that means anything to you, Facebook user. You didn't come up with a name, but so I'm just going to call you Facebook user. But I hope that helped. I hope to see you back here. You can always come over to the YouTube channel. Everybody's chatting away on the YouTube channel. There's usually more chatter on there from all my favorites here. So let's see what William, and I'm going to switch up the deck. Facebook user. I was talking to a Chris in a different country. I don't know. Find out if he wears blue shirts. And he drives a bus. If he takes a bus, I think it's domestic. I think it's in the UK. I think you're going to meet him where you are now. It didn't feel like he was in a different country. It felt like he was much closer. But who knows? So let's see. Thank you so much. So you can make contribution if you'd like. There's information in the ticker, or I think you can do it through Facebook Messenger too. But you should come over to the YouTube channel because you can chat with everybody. We have other people in the UK on there. Lots of followers in England, Scotland. I don't think I have any in Ireland yet. We gotta score some people in Ireland. So what does William think of this whole chaos thing? Chaos. What is the feature film upstairs, Greg?
The Andy Griffith Show.
Really? Andy Griffith's show is being played upstairs.
So your eldest is trying to manifest her dreams.
Oh, she did the.
And it was waylaid by the mold in the yogurt she got a few weeks ago. What happens when you let the yogurt sit for 2 weeks? So she used yours.
Oh, okay.
0% because the 2% could make a big difference.
Okay.
And she said it was the happiest she's been all week.
Oh, well, that's great. So my daughter loves Don Knotts, and she had a dream that he was Barney Fife, and she was eating yogurt with him with Kit Kats and frosted mini wheats. And so we got her yogurt and Kit Kats and frosted mini wheats so she could make her dreams come true. And she is doing that right now. And my husband told me that it's the happiest she's been all week. So, mind you, we just got a prom dress the other day, or military ball dress.
She told me that I don't know why it took her so long to do this. And I said, well, to be honest, some people wait their entire lives for their dreams to come true. You're doing okay.
So William here. How's William feel about the chaos thing? He's incandescent. And he just wants to walk away from the situation. He wants to make or break. No more resting, no more chatting about this, no more dealing with any of this. He wants to cut the cord, be done with it, break him off, shake him off. What was it? Scrape him off, Lumpy. Was that in Scrooged?
Scrape him off.
Scrape him off, Lumpy. He wants them to just scrape them off, be done with them. He's done with them, and he wants to move forward without them. This is his plan. He wants to just move forward without them and nurture the small family base that they have. What's done is done. This is the world card is you made your bed. Now you got to lie in it. We're done. We're done with this nonsense. Knock it off. So, will he speak with his brother before the coronation? Absolutely not. He doesn't want to hear the bullshit anymore. He does not wish him badly. It's a very noble kind of, well, he's a prince. Very noble thinking here. He does not wish him badly. I think he would throw some money at him if it was up to him. And he is the Duke of Cornwall. So I guess he does have that ability. So I think he may throw some change at him. Here you go. Now be gone. But there's no more thinking about this. The hermit in reverse, and the hermit when he is upright thinks about things, considers them, uses his highest judgment. This is somebody who's exhausted from using their highest judgment and from trying to extend themselves to someone who just absolutely refuses to do it. So, it's unfortunate. It's really, really unfortunate. What a shame. What a shame. So, been on for an hour and a half. So let's take a look at what was going on in New York. How about that? Oh, by the way, actually, we're going to do something else before I do that. I read Paris Hilton's biography, and I have to say, it was terrific. I mean, it was not like terrific, like it was great, but it was a very different view of her. Very, very interesting perspective. Now, I was always a fan of hers. I always liked her. My ex-husband kind of traveled in some of the same circles, had some industry work that happened around her. And he always said, she's incredibly smart. She's incredibly smart. She's having a great time. She's having the time of her life, but she's really, really smart. And she runs about 20 different businesses. She's got all this stuff going on. And she's kind of an amazing person. I always thought so too. I never met her. I never got that opportunity. I would be intimidated because she's super tall. But her book, she'd actually gone to, I don't know if I'm allowed to say it on here, the Provo School, which is one of those like lock-in crazy, like, break down kind of rehabilitation schools. And she'd actually gone to like 3 separate locations, had escaped like numerous times, and just really endured some awful stuff. You'll see it if you follow her on YouTube or Facebook or anything. The shorts have been, throwing out little information. Her husband is adorable. I'm so excited that they have this cute little baby Phoenix. I'm really hoping that her life is being. I hope that she's being rewarded for all of the trauma and the A word that she went through. So let's take a look. Let's do real quick Paris Hilton. And then I think we'll look at 45. And then I think I'm going to call it a night unless anybody else wants a reading. So let's just see how Paris Hilton's year is going to go. How is Paris Hilton's year going to go? Is she on this path of healing? Wheel of Fortune. Blessed be. The Tower. 4 of Cups. 8 of Swords. These are not very positive cards. 7 of Cups in reverse. Something's going to come up. The World. 3 of Coins. Huh. So, Wheel of Fortune and the Tower. So, things are going to come crashing down and then make her wish for something different, because she's going to be locked up due to all of this business that's going on. So I think there's going to be something that comes to a crash. We've got the World card up top, so things are going to be changing over. Is this, let me just see, 3 of Coins is putting things together, new creation. Is this her just becoming a mom and new life? There we go. This is I'm a little bit further back in time. So 6 of Wands, elevating, moving on to the next level, graduation, and the Emperor in reverse, getting into a position where she is not the only one in charge of the money, the King of Coins there, Page of Coins, being more receptive. So I think we're going to see her working less for a bit. I think she's going to dial it back for a little bit. I think she is going to just kind of pull back a little bit. And then we're going to see her come back with something new. But I think with the baby, yeah, she's going to unhinge herself from some of the other things. She's going to be protecting the brand and figuring out, oh, what a cute hermit card. How cute is that hermit card? This is a like cute tarot. I actually got this like at Barnes and Noble, like in the box section. Like, oh, look at this. So yeah, I think we're going to see another incarnation of Paris Hilton. If you ever liked her, read the book. I think I read it in 7 hours. Like I just like plowed right through it. It's really, really good. I'm really excited that she's like kind of back on the scene. And if you remembered anything about Paris Hilton, she kind of drifts in and drifts out, and she kind of oversaturates and then dials it back. It's really very, very neat what she does. Jay Marcus, birthday blessings. Let's see. Birthday blessings for you. What's going on? And do not donate, Jay Marcus, as your birthday gift. So
The blessing.
What's that? The blessing. Jay, are you going on roller coasters for your birthday? Carnival, something like that? What are you doing? There's like roller coasters, carnival, something like that. All right, so you got to dial back work for a little bit for your birthday. You're not going to want to. because like you're just digging deep now. You just want to kind of get to the next level. So, but for your birthday, you got to dial it back a little bit. You got to enjoy it. Don't miss out on the fun stuff. Yeah, everybody throw some happy birthdays up there, some cake, flowers, hearts, whatnot. And if you haven't subscribed to Jay Marcus's channel, it's Majestic Oracle. Jay, if you can put it up there again, please do, because I want people to follow you. I have not found your channel yet. I'm still trying to find it. I can't find it. Your emotional roller coaster. That's me, right? I'm emotional roller coaster. So, this is, and this isn't like emotional roller coaster. This really is like, you're just like too eager to get to work. Oh, there it is. Okay. You know what? Hang on, because I want to make sure that we get that. I'm going to see if I can find it right now. So, actually, you know what? I can't do it without like. All right, I'm coming back to that, baby doll. I have to write it down. I like, look at me. I'm like, I have to write it down like an old person. Okay, I think I got it. Majestic Oracle. Okay. I was putting a J in there, JEA, like a big dummy, because I'm a dummy. So yeah, this is about, pulling back the work thing. Work is always going to be there, getting down and dirty and like, just being like crazy, tarot reader, working at your other jobs, regular person, doing all of that, like that really does tap you out. Like you just have to find that balance. Like you can't just dig deep. Oh, TD is going to start her channel too. Yes. I love it. So, dial it down on the work thing and get in there and have some fun. Okay. No thinking. Don't feel guilty about it. You're just gonna dial it up. So, oh, I'm sorry. There it is again. You can, there's always going to be time for work. Time marches on. I know, Metallica, right, Greg?
Yes. But don't say that, because then Lars is going to sue you. Because I said Lars. Don't say Lars.
Don't say, can't say Lars. Can't say Lars. So there is time to work on your craft. What there isn't time for is living. That's why we get this. Are you trying to work on your birthday? Don't work on your birthday. Oh, you have prom and graduation. We're in the same boat, Jay. I totally get it. We just got military ball dress the other day and brought it to the tailor, so we should have it back in a few days. It should be great. It's so funny because my daughter, she had a pink dress that was like all beautiful and like kind of debutante, and then we had like this skinny, super sexy dress, and they both look great, but it was like, opposite time. So yeah, there's time for work. So life marches on. There we go. You have to stop and smell the roses, because otherwise you're going to miss them. They're going to bloom and they're going to be gone and you're going to miss them. All right. So, yeah, so that's what you need to do. And, like prom and graduation, well, it only happens once. Who knew how expensive it was to graduate? Like our schools, like, God, they ask us for money every 5 minutes. Crazy. So happy birthday, my darling. I will make sure that I follow your channel and I'll comment. And, that's like one of the things, guys, like, I started doing the shorts, and I'm finding I'm getting a lot more exposure. I'm getting a lot more subs because of that, because people are seeing me. But when you guys like and comment on the videos, it actually bumps us up in the algorithm. So it's really good if you can do that, even if you're just like, hey, yay. like put like a stupid happy face or a stupid heart. It does help. It helps a lot. The algorithms track whether people are interacting. So it's really cool. So Tarot Destiny TD is getting ready to start her channel. Let's do this. I'm excited about that. Let's see how your channel is going to go. I'm learning all kinds of crazy tips and tricks from different YouTubers. I have my buddy Rob Fuzz who shows up on here all the time. I grew up with him. I've known him forever. The other day we were having a whole talk about StreamYard. He was texting me about it. And he uses it too, but somehow we have like different StreamYards that we use. The one that the level that Alicia and I have, we can actually go on each other's, but they just did some cool upgrades to it. You guys saw that on Dueling Tarot. We were both streaming at the same time, which was great. We had about 1,000 views when we finished on Friday night. So it was really cool. So Tarot Destiny, let's see how your channel is gonna go. Because I know you're all over the Insta. So know the animal that you're getting in, and don't be afraid of it. Okay. So like I was really nervous when I started my channel, and Alicia was like a big support. She was like, listen, it's, there's lots of people out here. I actually, Serendipity had Trevor Colt, he gave me a shout out on his channel and got me over 1,000 subs, which I was like right before 1,000 subs, and he like shouted me out, and he pushed me over the hump so I could get to monetization. It was really great. And whenever I'm on his lives, he's like, "Oh, fortune cookies." So it was really nice, and he gave me some advice, by email. He was really super nice. Alicia, of course, was like a huge support. She's really terrific. And now I got a couple of different YouTubers that I'm going to reach out to and just be like, hey, can you kind of help me out here a little and give me some of your knowledge. So, you figure it out as you're going along, you do figure it out. Alicia and I were talking about the YouTube shorts, and she was under the impression that the shorts were interfering with the visibility. She'd heard from somebody that the shorts would interfere with the visibility of your longer videos. I'm fine. My goals are a little bit different from hers because I'm still trying to gain more subs. Like I only have just over 1,500 subs, so I'm still trying to gain more subs. So the more exposure I get, the better for me because people are subscribing. So my ends justify my means. So I don't think she's doing the shorts, which is totally fine. Oh, hi, there's Kim. Hi, Kim. How'd you find me? Did you find me through shorts? I was just talking about that. So Tarot Destiny, don't be afraid of jumping into this whole fray. There's we do have trolls every now and then. We do have people that show up and they're kind of jerky. We have what is it? Tarot Destroyer who shows up. Tarot Destroyer. I haven't seen Tarot Destroyer in a while. I kind of miss him. Don't worry about that because if your messaging is there, it's going to be fine. And I don't know how you guys feel about it. I feel like I'm better on the lives. Alicia, Tarot by Andy, like they're great on their own. I feel like when I'm doing the readings by myself, I'm not getting any feedback. I feel like I do a little bit better on the lives, but I don't know, you guys tell me. But don't be afraid of it. You're going to figure out what works really well for you. And that's kind of the thing that you dig into. I find some people are really critical of like Harry and Meghan. I try and find that silver lining. Like, how can they conduct themselves? It's going to be a little bit better. And I that's how I do readings for my private clients. Like I want to find the way out of the bad times for them. I want to kind of lead them to the light. So, with this, don't worry about it. It's like that great line from The Patriot, aim small, miss small. So, aim small, you're going to be fine. Like when I started my channel, I wanted to do a video a day. So it was like I was trying to put aside like a whole hour a day where I like sit down and do a video, and I figured out that that didn't work for me. So what I do is I batch them on like Sunday or Saturday, and I do like 5 videos for the week or 4 videos for the week, and then I do my the shorts in between, so you guys are always kind of seeing that, and then I like try to do like 2 lives a week. I definitely do Wednesdays, I definitely do Fridays with you guys. The thing that we have with Alicia Dueling Tarot is great, like that's really awesome. So you're going to figure out like what works best for you. Down here, you're going to have a lot of support. You're going to have a lot of support from, people like me and other tarot readers on here that you're friends with. We'll all pump you up. Like, as soon as your channel's up, as soon as we get off here, I'm going to do Jay Marcus's. I'll do a post for her. So anybody who's not on my lives will see her YouTube channel and go over there and subscribe. It's really important. There are jerks everywhere, but right now I touch wood have the fortunate situation where everybody's been really good. So your messaging is going to get out there. It's going to be really strong, and you just have to aim small, miss small, and just kind of build up. So don't be overwhelmed. Don't be worried about it. Lean into your favorites. I mean, I am not a YouTube expert by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not an expert, but I'm an expert tarot reader. So but we'll help you, honey. We'll help you. Maybe we'll have a think tank one day. I'll set up a Zoom and we'll have a think tank. So Kim Ross, you need guidance on what's next. Let's see what's next for you. I'm gonna pull out my gold set. Whoop. So Kim, there's something about school. There's something about books. I see you with books. I see you with a red book specifically. So what you're doing now professionally is not scratching the itch for you. It's not where you're meant to be, and you're not happy. It's not fulfilling. It doesn't offer enough money for what you're doing. It doesn't intellectually stimulate you. It's almost like you're kind of stuffed in a corner. Just not an ideal situation. So this concern about not being able to move out of the situation. So again, this is like a whole thing, where, oh, good night, Yvonne. I saw you going to bed. Good night, Yvonne. Get some sleep. So thinking outside of the box, education doesn't have to be formalized. It doesn't have to be, you go to school and you pay somebody, tens of thousands of dollars to get a degree or get a piece of paper. Sometimes education happens just on your own time. Sometimes you just sit down and you start doing the work and you read up on it and you impart that knowledge in various situations. This is one of those situations where it's almost like, start filling your cup now. Sorry, we're a little out of focus here. Start filling your mental cup now. And what is this dream? I don't want to sound like the pub in Tangled. I have a dream. But what is this dream? What is this dream that you have? What is it that you think that you're not equipped to do and that you're not ready to move on to? Because you can start to lay that foundation. If you're not laying the foundation, you're making the bricks. And like right now I'm making the bricks for something. I'm not laying a foundation. I am making the bricks, putting the bricks together so that we can kind of put them into a big house of something that's cool. It doesn't, don't let things stop you under the surface. This is 8 of Wands. This is you putting the brakes on, going, no, 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 I can't do it. I can't do it. This is something you can do, but you have to start filling that cup. You have to start reading. You have to start putting things into your head. As you do that, this big red book, this big exciting book, what's going to happen is those doorways will start to open for you. So the information gets into your head, that information starts coming out of your mouth, and then opportunities are going to start opening up. And that's when you're going to say, well, now I can see there's a certificate program or a degree program or something that I can get involved in, something that I can sign up for, something that I can feel good about committing myself to financially. So that's what you're going to start to see. Now, is this a degree thing? I'm not sure. It definitely, there's a book. It's a big red book. It's like a red textbook. It's not a red book of what?
The Red Book of Westmont?
No, it is not. So, and Kim, that is my snarky husband, Gregopedia, in the background. He was my fact checker. Sometimes we change that. It's not fact checker. But so I definitely, this is something you're passionate about, something you can do. So go do it. Go do it. Start now. Start today. Don't worry about, unpartnering yourself from the other job. This is what you're in now is a job. What you'd be moving into is a career that you would love. It's one of those situations where, like, if you do what you love, you'll never feel like you work a day in your life. So Jay Marcus says, hey, Greg.
Hey, Greg. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, he said. So yeah, I think that's the direction. There's knowledge. There's a book. Get a book. Get the book. Start reading it. Start filling your head with knowledge. I hope that meant something. Does that mean anything?
Wait, it's not that Tommy's Manifesto.
I don't think so. That wasn't a red book.
Little red book? Okay.
Was it a red book? No, the little red book was Marilyn Monroe's diary. It's the Red Diary. Red Diary. Whatever. So, hi, Donna. Donna, your son got the job. Good for him. That's awesome. Good news. Super duper. I love that. Don't make fun of me. So, guys, I am going to call it a night. Should I do last call? Last call. Last call. Last call for the crazy tarot stuff. I can't say crazy. That I had somebody yell at me in the comments on one of my readings. Can't say crazy. I was like, why? They thought I called Britney Spears crazy. I didn't. I called myself crazy. I said crazy tarot reader. I pointed at myself. And he was so mean. He was such a mean bully. So, all right, guys. Well, I think Dueling Tarot is on my channel this week. I don't know. I have decision fatigue from all the crazy decisions I have to make every day. So, yeah, I think I'm going to call it a night. But congratulations, Donna. And there's Yvonne. And again, I'm trying to find J Marcus. There it is. Wait. Hang on. Where is it? I'm trying to find it. Oh, and Sally, your 15-year-old just picked up oh, so cute. Yeah, our military ball, they have all of the families come, and it's a beautiful location here. and all the families come. They do the POW table, the service for the fallen soldiers and the ones that didn't make it home, which is lovely. I cry through every single one. And then the kids all stay and they have their prom after. So it's really great. And our ROTC program is really, really tight. Nice group, nice parents, nice kids. So my daughter's not going to the regular prom. She's just going to the ROTC ball because it's really great. And they get to go their freshman year. They can go from freshman year through senior year. So it's really terrific. And they really have a good time. So so listen, all, I just got a call from one of my girlfriends. I'm gonna take that. hang on Luna. So I will see you all on Friday for Dueling Tarot. Thank you so much for your donations and your time. I appreciate every single one of you. I adore you guys, having such a good time. And I'm glad I'm back with the internet. So Jay, I'm gonna subscribe to you in like 2 seconds. All right. So everybody have a good night. Bye-bye.